Like a rock, but it sounded like that was racing. What?
No, because we don't have power. I didn't think I've got to go to the city and plug. Well, because I'm going to use my power ones. I didn't get the. I haven't gotten the things yet, but I still need to do it. Connected.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably better.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Morning. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Let me check.
I was racing. I was racing behind you.
Yeah, we go driving by.
Happy birthday, Tammy.
Thank you.
I know, I was like, in my mind I said good morning to you, and then I moved on to the birthday. Sorry, Paula. Thank you.
How are you? Hello. How are you? You look beautiful today, and you're right on time. Take a deep breath.
This time we're going to reach again really high. And on the exhale, take it down and clasp the hands behind you. Opening up that heart towards the sun. As we open our heart today, we express wholeness, completeness, perfection. And bring it up. This time we're going to opposite direction. Take it down in front of you. Clasp the hands together and extend them out. This time pull the belly to the spine. Chin towards the chest. Really expand here. And up. Making sure the right foot is loosely placed in front of you. So we're going to come to a very loose seat. That right foot is loosely placed in front of you. As we open up that hip and side body, we're going to start with that right sciatic. Bringing the weight into the knees, opening up that hip. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, hinge from the hips, straight spine. Isolating where that stretch is. This is not meant to take you all the way down, so keep that straight spine. This is opening of the hips and the sciatic today. Releasing any residual stiffness from the evening, from the night, from your sleep. Shining that heart open and really just pressing in will help open just that hip. That extra weight on the knees opens both sides. placing those palms out in front of you if they're not already there, walking yourself to the right. Straight spine, really taking that twist and making sure that left knee doesn't lift. So you're pressing that left knee towards the mat, really opening up in that left side. Audible exhales, release any tension that you might be carrying here. Slowly walking yourself back, expanding that chest again. Take a deep breath. Exhale, walk yourself to the left. Keeping that straight spine on that left side. And slowly coming back to center, walking it up. Do a couple of seated cat-cows here. Just pulling that belly to the spine, chin to the chest, expanding that heart. And then when you're ready, lean yourself back, lift those legs, and just roll out those hips slightly before we move on to the next side. Next side, left side comes out in front. Remember, this is a very relaxed, this is not a lotus posture. This is just very relaxed. Sit up tall, inhale, bring that breath up with the spine. Exhale, hinge forward. The weight on the knees will open both hips for you. Sometimes this stiffness just likes to settle in. This is a wonderful practice. Continue with straightening that spine and bringing yourself down, leading with the heart, straight spine. Taking a deep breath and then gently walking those hands over to the right side. Again, coming out of the left hip. Taking a deep breath, walking yourself back to center. Really shining that heart and then walking over to your left. Straight spine. Slowly walk back. Take a couple of cat-cows again. Pulling that belly into the spine, chin to chest. Just moving through. And then we're going to take 5 cat-cows very quickly. So using your breath, inhale up, exhale in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. And back to neutral. Go ahead, lean back on those hands, roll out those hips, and meet at the top of your mat, standing mountain posture. Big toes are to touch, heels slightly apart, rolling those shoulders open, shining the palms of the hand towards the center of the circle. How beautiful everybody looks today. That sun is shining on you. Soak in the sun, like Sheryl Crow. Soaking in the sun. Take another deep breath. Expand the energy that's moving from the belly all the way back up into the chest and forth. Just really expanding. For most of you, that sun is shining directly on that chest. Others, that sun is shining on your back. And just allow yourself to feel the heat of the sun. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold, hinging from the hips, straight spine. Separate those feet mat's distance apart. And allow yourself to hang here. You can choose a couple of different hangs. You can just hang long. You can bring those peekies into your elbow creases and allow yourself to hang for ragdoll and allow yourself to really come out of that lower back. You can alternate with bent knees and straighten, depending on where that stretch really needs to come from for you today. Maybe you sway back and forth and maybe you bob. Maybe you just stay there in stillness. Taking some deep breaths, full exhale, letting everything go. Everyone bringing their palms down to the mat, separating those, or bringing back the separation from those feet and bringing them hips distance apart, which is 2 fists between the feet. You can either here grab onto the ankles or the shins, or even with your peace fingers wrap around those big toes. If you choose to, you can come into full posture, which is Baddha Konasana from the front, sliding those palms directly underneath the feet where your toes are tickling your wrist crease. Take a bend here, inhaling, and on the exhale, straighten, pulling that body to itself. Take another round of that with your breath. Inhale, bend those knees, and then on your exhale, straighten and pull that body towards itself again. Removing the palms from underneath the feet, and take a slow body roll, as slow as you can, all the way up. Rolling up in that chest. And now those arms are going to come up overhead. Inhaling. Exhale, cactus, release the breath from the mouth. Inhale, bring it up. As we evolve today, we're going to bring the palms down into heart center as we come into this humble chair. Here's where you can come back to your mantra, Siddho Hum, or I am whole, I am complete, or create your own version of an intention for your time today. Holding strong here, engaging your core, pulling up and in on that pelvic floor. Exhale, push those arms up overhead for full chair. Sit a little deeper in this, firing up those thighs this morning. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we're going to move into half lift. First half lift of the day is going to place those palms on the shins just below the knees. Straighten that spine. Eye gaze is just ahead of you. Lift those toes slightly, push the seat back. Exhale, fold. Take a nice bend, press that chest to the thighs and reverse swan dive. Bring that energy up around you like an auric shield and exhale, cactus, release. Inhale, bring it up. On the exhale, humble chair, back to that intention. Engage your core here. Remember, we're warming that body up. We're building energy for the day. Inhale, arms up overhead. Full chair, sit a little deeper. As we evolve to our next posture, exhale, bring the arms behind you. Extending. If you want more here, you can come up on the toes or stay where you are. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, full half lift this time. Palms are going to come to heart center, still lifting the toes, pushing the seat back, straight spine. Gauging of that core. Exhale, fold. Take a nice bend here, press into that, press the chest into the thighs, reverse swan dive, bring it up. Get a little speed behind you. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, take it up. Humble chair, exhale. Inhale, full chair. Exhale, arms behind you, staying low. Inhale, forward fold. It's a weird one because you have to get that breath in. Exhale here while you're holding, press the seat back, and inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Take a bend, pressing in with that chest, reverse swan dive, draw it up. And exhale, cactus, release. And take it up. Hands draw through to heart center here as we stand in stillness. This is an active posture, so press those hands together. Lift those elbows. Really shine that heart. As we step back here, we're going to take our right foot, stepping back, warrior one. Beautiful. Find that perfect warrior one, stretching out of that right psoas. You're really moving here. Engage your core. You're tall, you're strong. Take it down. Straighten that front leg if possible. We're still stretching here. And then bring it back, low lunge. Left leg steps back to meet the right. Chaturanga flow. Tuck those elbows. And push up. Down dog. Eye gaze to the top of the mat. Take a nice bend here. Jump, step, or walk yourself there. Reverse swan dive. Draw the energy back up again. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, take it up. Hands draw through to heart center. Step back left side, warrior one. Planting that heel, lifting those arms, dropping those shoulders. Stretching into that left psoas this time. Maybe take a deeper bend in that front leg. Take it down all the way, framing those feet. Your best attempt at straightening that front leg, giving yourself that little stretch. Coming back down, stepping back, chaturanga flow. Nice job. Eye gaze to the top of the mat, take a nice bend, jump, step, or walk yourself there. Immediately reverse swan dive, draw your energy up as we take a full round. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, take it up. Hands draw through heart center, come into that humble chair. Pull up and in on that pelvic floor. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, behind you. Take an inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Press that chest into the thighs, take a bend. This time, jump back or step back, chaturanga flow. Meeting in down dog as we begin our practice today. That was our warm-up. Let's bring that right leg high. Open it up, really coming out of that hip. Doesn't that feel great? I can feel all your energy saying yes. Now, bring that foot down. Let's lift up the opposite foot, stretching the other side. And back, down. This time, right leg high. Take it all the way back, pressing back behind you, really pushing out, and then drawing it all the way through, pulling the belly to the spine, low lunge. Eye gaze is in front of you. Stay high on the ball of the back foot and rise up. Feeling again. That's the psoas. Engage that core, reach higher, come higher on the ball of the back foot, and pull in the heel and plant it for warrior two. Open up for that perfect warrior two. Check your posture. Heels are lined up. Front foot is facing towards me. Hips are towards the side of the mat. Take a deep breath here. Reverse your warrior. Reach behind you. You can choose to either draw that arm down the leg or bind behind you, whatever's best for you today. And bring it back. Staying in this posture, I like to call this next one rest and reach, because in this posture, we're going to rest down. As we rest down, we're bringing that other hip down and reach up and then take it over. Now, in this posture, as we do that, we're going to inhale, take it up, the arm. Exhale, come all the way, scooping around and back up. Inhale here. Exhale, scoop it up like you're scooping water and back up. One more time, inhale and take it around, scooping up the water and reaching up. Both arms down, framing that foot. Stepping back, chaturanga flow. We're getting all the parts open today. Doing great. Left leg high, push it all the way back behind you. Pull the belly into the spine and draw that foot all the way through, low lunge. Stay high on the ball of the back foot. Rise up. Reaching, reaching. Come a little higher on that ball. Pull the heel in. We're a little higher. Pull the heel in, open up. Warrior two. Beautiful openings today. Take a deep breath here. On the exhale, reverse that warrior. Take it behind you. Again, you can bind that arm long or behind you, or let it go long or bind it behind you. Excuse me. Take it back up for warrior two. As this time we move into that rest and reach. So we're gonna rest, drop that right hip, reach up, and exhale, pull it down over the head. Hold on, we're not doing the little rounding yet. Still stretching. Okay, inhale, bring it up, scoop around you, and back up on that exhale. Doing 3 of those. Reach up on the inhale, scooping down, and back up. Last one. Inhale, scoop it up, and exhale. Cartwheeling it down, framing the feet, stepping back, chaturanga flow. How are we doing today? Everything's opening, the shoulders, the hips, all the things that you were trying to avoid this morning when you could not get out of bed. Oh no, that was me. All right. Everyone meets in down dog. Drop to your knees, grab water, wipe off. We're going to move through that flow, but we're going to take that flow 2 times fast. So faster is usually easier, but we're going to be needing you to stick with your breath as you go through that. Is everybody ready for that? Ready? All right. We're going to meet in down dog. Right leg high. Draw it all the way through, low lunge, immediately rising up, staying on the ball of the back foot. Dropping those shoulders. Inhale, pull the heel in, open up, warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, take it back. Rest and reach. Resting down, dropping that hip, reaching behind you. We're not going to take the 3 rounds here. We are going to inhale, take it up, and cartwheel it down, step back, chaturanga flow. Left leg high, reaching back behind you. Bring it all the way through, low lunge. Immediately rise up, reaching towards the sun. Pull the heel in, open up, warrior two. Reaching behind you. Back, rest and reach. Cartwheel down. Step back, chaturanga flow. In down dog, one more round, right leg high. Draw it all the way through, low lunge. Rise up. Pull the heel in, open up, warrior two. Expanding those hips, body's firm. Reverse your warrior, reaching behind you. and back. Rest and reach. Really reach, coming out of that hip, out of the side body, taking it back up, cartwheel down, chaturanga flow. Last side, left leg high. Draw it through, rise up. Good job, guys. Plant that heel, pull in. Warrior two. Great job. Reverse your warrior, reaching behind you. Back to center. Rest and reach. Take it back up. Cartwheel down. Chaturanga flow. Great job. Drop down to your knees and your hands for tabletop. Bringing those palms directly underneath the shoulders, puffing up. Those knees are directly underneath the hips. We're going to do a couple of rounds of cat-cow here. So exhale, drop that chest. Inhale, pull it in, belly to spine, chin to chest. And again, do a few rounds your own pace, really moving the spine, really getting the breath in and out. You might want to take a moment here at the end of your cat-cow, maybe wag your tail. What does that mean? That means we just kind of really just come in and out of the hips. One more stretch, really coming in. Lots to do today on this beautiful Saturday. As soon as you leave here, you need all the energy you can find. Push back into down dog. As we move now, we're going to go into pigeon. We're going to do a mini pigeon series here is what I like to call it. So right leg high. Make sure you open up that hip off to the left. Draw that leg through, knee to the right wrist, foot to the left. I want you to sit up nice and tall, sink down from the center, and then slowly hinge from the hips, straight spine, forward. You could come to your forearms here. If it's available to you, you can lay all the way down. If your back is arched, push yourself up slightly so that you can feel this coming out of the hip. Right side pigeon. We open up the right side. Right side pigeon. It's our masculine side. Possibly a side of reflection of unforgiveness of others. And it doesn't have to be big unforgiveness. I forgive everyone. Well, maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe there's those little hurts. We let those go now. Affirmation here, I lovingly forgive others. This opens an allowance for me to also then be forgiven. Pressing up. You can stay here, press up, or you could take this into a more advanced posture, bending that back leg. You can even hold that back leg. You can wrap that elbow around it, shining that heart. Opening up, full wild thing, back bend right here. Beautiful job, guys. And bring it back as we move into the next level of this hip series, pigeon series. We're going to lean onto that right hip, swing the left hip around, and it's going to move onto the knee. Now, this is really important. You want to have parallel shins. So if your left leg is pulled in, push it out. Parallel shins here. So it's like you're creating a perfect triangle between your legs. Bring that foot out closer to the edge of the knee if you can, that top foot. Creating this little box effect. Think of Lincoln Logs or something. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, leaning forward. We're not going down to the mat here. We're getting a perfect box. We're opening up in this hip a different way. And the weight that we're placing onto the foot and the knee, because it's in a straight line, if you're pulled in, push it out. Exhaling. You're opening here. This time you're opening up that left side. This is not an easy posture, even though it looks like it would be. Deep breaths, continuing. Audible exhales, pull any tension. And now walking it back, rolling out those hips, leaning back. We're working that out. Coming back into tabletop. And push back, meeting down dog. Moving into pigeon on the left side. So whatever that is for you. Over here we have Kathy. She's doing, what are you? Thank you. Figure 4. And it's pigeon on her back, so that way she can actually not have to hurt her knee. Wherever you are today, bring that left leg up into full pigeon. Remember, sitting down from the center of you first, then hinging forward. This is going to give you a really deep opening, isolating it directly in the hip. Make sure those hips are facing the mat. Left side pigeon, again, hips represent where we store everything. We store the joys and the angers and all the things. And so what we want to really represent here in our affirmation is I lovingly forgive myself. Opening an allowance for me to forgive. Pigeon can often be an emotional posture. Allow yourself to really release here, letting go. If you're struggling and you're in a great deal of pain, cue me. If you are just very uncomfortable, that's natural. Breathe through it. Walking yourself up now, leaning over. You can take a posture here if you did on the other side by grabbing that back leg, giving yourself that nice thigh stretch, bringing that elbow crease around the foot, opening up into wild thing or full back bend, and back. Leaning onto the side, swinging now that right foot all the way around. Now remember, we're creating that box. So push the bottom foot out. We're on the edge of that knee. We've got that perfect square between our legs. So if your legs are blocking your perfect square, push them out. Inhale, sit up tall, hinge from the hips. Really opening now. Let your body weight open you up. on that opposite side. Audible exhales release the tension here. Nice job, deep breaths. 2 more. Audible exhale. Really pressing in, pressing down. Coming back up. Push yourself back, roll out those hips. This time, just coming directly onto your back. Feet are planted on the mat, knees are headed towards the sky. Pressing that lower back into the mat by pressing into those feet. We're going to take a couple of rounds of bridge. Now, in bridge, you can choose to lift those hips. You want to plant those feet in and just lift those hips. You can also take a full posture by lifting those hips and clasping those hands on behind you and lifting up. So you can also, third round, push up into a back bend for full posture. So let's press in, inhale, and lift up those hips. Bring the hands underneath you, beside you, or full back bend. You're really pressing out. And exhale, bring it down. Relax a little bit if you need to roll out the back a little bit, whatever you need to do. Taking 5 rounds. So with each round of bridge or full wheel, we're opening up all of the chakras, expanding ourself. We are complete, we are whole. Take your breath and lift it up. Into your version, pushing those hips up towards the sky. If you're experiencing full wheel, do that. Exhale, bring it down. Press that lower back into the mat. All the air is coming out of the body. Now, this next one, inhale, we're going to push it up and push up onto your toes if you want a little bit more. Getting it up a little higher here. Clasping those hands underneath you, rolling those shoulders. Holding, holding. Exhale, bring it down. These last 2, if you want to take it to a little bit more of an advanced posture, but still staying in bridge, inhale, push it up, plant the left foot and raise the right. If you want that challenge, if not, stay where you are. Work hard at pushing with that leg that goes up. You're pulling the hips up. If you really want more, you can do a little push-up by going down with the hip and up. Exhale, bring it down. Plant that lower back. Windshield wiper the knees, whatever you got to do. This is our last round of bridge, so inhale. Take it up. This time, left leg is going to come up high. You can use that leg to do little push-ups if you want, or just reaching high, expanding the hips, taking them up. I am complete and I am whole. Exhale, bring it down, roll it out. Final postures of the day or of our morning. We're going to bring those knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Flexing those feet up, toes towards you. Active posture here. With the right arm, hook onto that right knee, squeezing it into the chest. Left leg comes up high and falls long. It is normal and natural to feel some pinching in that hip area. If you are in pain, that is not normal and natural, so remove your posture. But if you can stay in a slight discomfort for one more breath. Left palm grabs that knee on the exhale and brings it over the body. Right arm out, eye gaze off to the right. Gentle supine twist. Relaxing in that bottom hip, allow yourself to go over just a little bit deeper. Relaxing here. Rolling up slowly back to center. Both knees come back into the chest. Big hug. Flex those feet. This is active, remember. This time that left arm is going to hook around that left knee, pulling it into the chest. Right leg comes up high, falls long. Squeezing here. Letting go. Left side is all about releasing and letting go. You might affirm, I let go of all that's no longer serving me here. Taking a deep breath. With your right hand this time, you're going to grab that knee, pull it towards the right, eye gaze and arm off to the left. Gently relaxing that bottom hip. You'll be able to take this a little bit deeper. Maybe you get a back adjustment. Wherever you are today. It's important that we release all that's no longer serving us. The world is uncertain. It's doing all these different things. There's a lot of rules being put upon people that we're not used to having. So it's important that inside of us, we know that we are whole, we are complete. That will open up that allowance for that same message to be delivered and accepted by others. Gently bring it back to center. Both knees are into the chest again. Hugging, rolling out that lower back. Now it's time to have a little fun. Bring those feet up, grab onto the bottoms of the feet for happy baby, pulling the knees into the elbow creases, or not the elbow creases, into your armpits actually. Bring them down. Maybe rock back and forth like a playful happy baby does. Maybe straightening one leg off to the side. Maybe you can see now why babies do this and why they're so happy. So smile while you're doing it. Opening up here. We end our postures. We're going to take those legs all the way up to the sky and the arms. Inhaling. We're going to curl into a ball. Grab the bottoms of the feet, chin to chest, forehead towards the knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, curl into that ball. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, curl into that ball. Last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, curl into that ball. Squeeze tight. This is that last one. Inhale, up. Exhale, fall into that starfish. Shavasana, letting the arms down, the legs down, letting yourself fall into that final Shavasana. As we spend a few minutes here in final Shavasana, letting that heart rate begin to slow, letting the body begin to really take in all of those postures that you did today. For some of you, you worked really hard, and for some of you, you might have felt that you weren't challenged. This is the time that your body absorbs all of it. Coming back to that Sitto hum. I am complete. I am whole. I am perfect. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing yourself back into this space. Taking a full inhale, stretching the arms up overhead. And a full exhale, rolling onto one side. Eventually coming back up to seated where we started our practice today. Hands are drawn through to heart center. Eye gaze is soften or shut. Place a slight smile upon your face. Feeling that joy, feeling the sun. As we end class together, let's take 3 deep breaths. We're going to inhale. Full exhales this time. We're just going to sigh like a relief, like yay. So inhale. Exhale. I don't hear you. We'll do several if I don't start hearing you. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Inhale. And exhale. Thank you all so much, so very much for bringing your practice to the mat today, bringing your practice into your homes or wherever that you are watching us. Hot Yoga on Main facilitates this practice, and it is sponsored financially by Phil Long Toyota and Toyota Denver Region. As always, may blessings pour over your families and your homes. and may light shine through you and radiate to others. I am complete and I am whole. The light in me honors and sees the light in each one of you. Namaste. Have a great Saturday and a great week.
Go back and, because that's a good shot. Just be sharp on those.